What if I told you that beneath the ancient sands of Egypt lie tombs hiding secrets so terrifying they could rewrite human history itself? The Great Pyramid was built without a single modern tool, and yet its massive stones align with the stars with astronomical precision. Welcome to World Mystery Quest, where we uncover the wildest enigmas of our planet. If you're ready to step inside the secret of the Egyptian tombs, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell, because this journey will leave you absolutely speechless. The tombs of Egypt are not merely resting places for kings. They are gateways into a legendary civilization. Inside them, walls whisper the tales of gods, hidden rivers echo the path to immortality, and every carved stone seems to hold the breath of the universe. A place where pharaohs were seen as living deities, where the Nile flows through the desert like a lifeblood sustaining an entire nation, and where science, faith, and the human soul blend into a timeless wonder. From the Great Pyramids of Giza to the deep tombs where sunlight never reaches, each step upon the sand is a step backward through time, into a realm where mystery and glory coexist. Today, we journey into that world to uncover the stories of powerful pharaohs, of laborers who carved their names in sweat and stone, and of explorers who dared to touch the forbidden. Take a deep breath, for this path will lead you through the dust and silence into the very heart of ancient Egypt. Are you ready? Across the golden sands of Egypt, monuments rise, untouched by time. They are not just tombs, but a covenant between mankind and the stars. Yet among hundreds of pyramids, only one stands as the greatest, the last surviving wonder of the ancient world. And now, your first challenge begins. Question 1. Which pyramid is the largest in Egypt and still stands as one of the world's wonders? A. The Pyramid of Menkaure. B. The Pyramid of Khufu. C. The Pyramid of Djoser. The correct answer is B. The Pyramid of Khufu. Built more than 4,500 years ago, the Great Pyramid of Khufu, or the Great Pyramid of Giza, remains the largest, heaviest, and most mysterious monument of the ancient Egyptian world. With over 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing up to 15 tons, the precision of its construction still amazes modern engineers today. It is the only surviving wonder of the ancient world, standing tall against time sandstorms and the limits of human imagination. Around 2589 BC, the great Pharaoh Khufu ordered the construction of a colossal tomb, a gateway to the afterlife, and a monument meant to defy time itself. Over 2.3 million stone blocks were carved and placed, each weighing up to 15 tons, aligned with astonishing precision, so perfect that even today, modern engineers can only marvel. Beneath the blazing desert sun, thousands of workers toiled endlessly. No wheels, no machines, only ropes, wooden sleds, and human strength. They dragged massive stones across the burning sands of the Sahara as the wind howled and the heat seared their skin. Many fell from exhaustion, yet the work never stopped, for they believed that building for the pharaoh was to build for eternity itself. Then came the fury of nature. Sandstorms and floods from the Nile threatened to destroy everything. Hundreds of workers perished each month, but still, the pyramid rose, driven by faith, stronger than fear. And after just 20 years, the Pyramid of Khufu was complete, a timeless symbol of Egypt's devotion to immortality and the gods. Standing before the towering pyramids, one question still echoes through time. How did the ancient Egyptians build them? Without machines. No wheels, no cranes, no steel or engines. Question 2. What primary tools did the ancient Egyptians use to build their great pyramids? A. Iron cranes and pulleys. B. Dolerite stones and manual labor. C. Copper chisels and steam power. The correct answer is B. Dolerite stones and manual labor. The ancient Egyptians used incredibly hard dolerite rocks to carve massive limestone blocks, combined with the raw power of human labor to move them across the desert. Over 100,000 workers toiled for years, without modern machines, using only wooden sleds and water from the Nile to wet the sand, reducing friction so the stones could glide more easily. A testament to their strength, their ingenuity, and their unwavering faith in their pharaoh. Around 2600 BC, beneath the scorching Egyptian sun, workers carved millions of massive stones, using nothing but dolerite hammers, a rock harder than granite itself. The rhythm of hammer against stone echoed across the desert, each strike marking the heartbeat of a wonder in the making. But behind the grandeur lay sweat, blood, and countless untold injuries. They dragged 2-ton blocks for miles across the desert as the sun scorched their skin and the wind whipped hot sand against their bare bodies. Many fell, yet the work continued, driven by faith that serving the pharaoh was to serve eternity itself. Then disaster struck. A rival group of overseers, terrified of falling behind schedule, sabotaged the great ramp, the only lifeline carrying stones toward the sky. A thunderous crack split the air, the structure trembled, and thousands of lives hung by a thread. One more failure, and the dream could have been buried forever beneath the sands. But they did not surrender. They rose again. Guided by unity and brilliance, they turned to the Nile River, using water as the silent force that carried stones like drifting stars toward heaven. Through endurance and ingenuity, the Great Pyramids were born, enduring for thousands of years, standing as eternal testaments to faith, intelligence, and the human will to outlast time. And thousands of years later, that same spirit would echo once more, in explorers like Howard Carter, who stepped through the sands of time to unveil the last great secret of an immortal civilization. Deep beneath the sands of Egypt, for thousands of years, the tombs have slept in silence, guarding secrets never meant to be told. But in 1922, a discovery shook the world of archaeology. A single beam of light pierced through a sealed doorway, and at that moment, the modern world came face to face with a forgotten young pharaoh. Question 3. Which mysterious discovery in 1922 revealed the untouched treasures of a young pharaoh and shocked the entire world? A. The Rosetta Stone. B. The tomb of Tutankhamun. C. The coffin of Cleopatra. The correct answer is B. The tomb of Tutankhamun. Discovered by Howard Carter in the Valley of the Kings, this untouched tomb contained more than 5,000 artifacts and remained undisturbed for over 3,200 years. Can you see anything? Yes, wonderful things. Those were the first words spoken by British archaeologist Howard Carter on November 26, 1922, as he peered through a small hole into the sealed tomb of Pharaoh Tutankhamun. Holding a single flickering candle, Carter, under the patronage of Lord Carnarvon, made a tiny breach in the doorway of a forgotten chamber buried beneath the sands of the Valley of the Kings. Through that narrow opening, his eyes met a sight no human had seen for over 3,000 years. A room filled with gold, jewels, and untouched relics of a lost age. Behind the sealed walls lay 4 chambers, packed with more than 600 treasures, and at the very heart of it all, a magnificent sarcophagus containing the mummified body of King Tutankhamun himself. Etched upon the surface was a chilling warning: death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the king. But Carter and his team, driven by curiosity and glory, pressed on, paying little heed to ancient threats. Soon, whispers began to spread. Was the curse real? Carter immediately telegraphed the discovery to Lord Carnarvon, who hurried to Egypt to witness the triumph he had long financed. In total, 22 people took part in the excavation. Yet within 7 years, all but 2 had died under mysterious or tragic circumstances. The first to fall was Lord Carnarvon himself. Barely 6 months after the tomb was opened, his death attributed to blood poisoning from a seemingly minor mosquito bite. Soon after, his half-brother also passed away, deepening the legend of the curse of the pharaoh. To this day, some call it coincidence. Others call it retribution from beyond the grave. In the end, the tombs of Egypt are not just stones, they are monuments to humanity's timeless desire to defy oblivion. History, geography, science, and culture all intertwine here, whispering one eternal question: can we ever conquer time? From Khufu's grand vision to Howard Carter's discovery, these monuments mark humanity's endless pursuit of immortality. If you enjoyed this journey, give it a like, share it with fellow explorers, and subscribe for more epic mysteries around the world. Up next, the the mystery of the Himalayas, where secrets even taller than Everest await. How many quiz questions did you get right this time? Comment below. Thank you for exploring with us, and see you in the next ancient mystery.